We have been sharing a studio for 46 years, and we have never had an exhibit that brings together so many works of ours.
We feel incredibly honored to share this subject. We call it the Beyond Within.
The thing that I think is our highlight of our work together is the mural, and the mural is on canvas, so it's 34 feet wide and 8 feet tall, and we've carried it to various festivals and events across the planet, really.
It's called Star Dancers.
Yes.
And so it's basically this idea that we're sort of all connected by the lights inside of us.
Well, the secret writing is a alphabet of 20 letters, and an overwhelming sense of God, contact came to me in 1971 after reading the book Be Here Now by Ram Dass, who suggested going into a dark room and having an LSD trip solo. And I did try that. I saw secret writing washing over every surface. I could not speak it or hear it. It was ineffable, but it was the language of creative expression.
I've had the great fortune to work with an extraordinary band, Tool. I've been involved in the last 3 albums with their album art, and this album also used my work called The Great Turn. And that's a piece that has a kind of a character with many arms lurching toward the light, and there's a flip side of him, kind of the shadow being that's kind of twisting and heading downward. So this sense of polarization of being, I think, is something that a lot of people have experienced and can relate to. There's a painting called Promise, and it's kind of a family scene there with someone who's pregnant, looks a lot like Allyson, and kind of just the promise of staying together and raising the family and everything like that.
The promise that you make to a partner.
Yeah. And the promise of death that comes to all things that live. So there's a lot of promises locked into that painting. I think that visionary art is kind of a grab bag title for artwork that comes from the inner worlds, and we all know that you can go to hell as well as you can go to heaven when you're talking about the psychedelic experience. Most of the artists that are being featured in the current display here at Mesa are ones that have chosen to look toward the light, or look toward including a spiritual and sacred element to their work. So in a sense, it's pointing to ideals that we see confirmed in the mystic traditions, the good, the true, the beautiful, and the traditional use of materials and things like that are part of the sort of classic wing of the visionary world. So I think that that's an important thing to work on in one's own work, and of course in one's own soul.